This is Tamara from mooglyblog.com, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate the tight braid join, which is what I call the join that I use when making the Magic Rainbow Baby Blanket. In the Magic Rainbow Baby Blanket, this is used as a join as you go technique, which means that I work one round to finish off the square in this color, and then I work the next round joining it to the next square as I go. So the first round would have that last the first square, I should say, would have that last round finished off without joining to anything, but then in subsequent squares I would join as I go, hence the name. This could be worked as a regular joining technique, not as join as you go. That part's up to you. The round before the joining round is pretty simple. I'm just going to be demonstrating the actual joining round in this video. Normally, when I use this joining technique, I would work the joining rounds or the final round here in each square in the same color. I like the way that that looks better. Of course, that's up to you. In this video, I'll be using different colors so that you can more easily see what I'm doing. I'll show you what it looks like in the Magic Rainbow Baby Blanket at the end of the video. So here I have the first two squares joined. The reason I've gone ahead and done this is so you can see how it comes together a little bit, and because when I join the third square, it will be exactly the same way that I joined the second square, just in a different place. Let's go ahead and bring in the third square. I've already made, let me move this out of the way a little bit here, I've already made the first side of the edging here. In the corner, I've got a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, then I chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next 2. And that's the next 2 there. It's a little different right there in the very middle of the side. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, which lands us back in the next chain 2 corner space. Now the reason I have 2 single crochets in the middle of the side here and will on every side is because that's just how the stitch count for this square worked out. If this square had had a different stitch count, I might not have had to add that extra single crochet in there. If you're joining squares for a different pattern using this technique, you'll need to fudge it, figure it out, do the math, figure out exactly how to space your chain 2, skip 2s so that it's even all the way around. So let's begin adding the third square. I've come to the corners, chain 2 space here. I have made the first single crochet in it, I've chained 1, and I've removed my hook. I'm going to join to the first square of the previous row. If I were making this an actual full-size blanket, I would have a long row here coming off the side, but for this video I'm just going to be joining 4 squares. So when I join this third square, I'm only going to join it to the square above it. I'm going to ignore this one off here to the right. That would be considered diagonal to it. I'll be joining to this edge right here. This one I won't join to. What I'm going to do is insert my hook in the chain 2 corner space of the square I want to join to, reinsert my hook in the working loop of my new square. Oops, almost lost that working loop. Let's pull that back up there. There we go. Pull that through the chain 2 space, chain 1, which encloses that chain 2 space, and then single crochet back in the corner here. And that's my chain 2 corner loop. Next I'm going to chain 1, remove the hook, insert it in the next chain 2 space, pull that loop through, chain 1, skip 2 stitches on this one. Let's see, 1, 2, single crochet in that next stitch, chain 1, insert my hook in the next chain 2 space, pull it through, chain 1, skip 2, single crochet. Now I want to take a look and see, do I have 3 loops on this side yet? 3 chain 2 loops? No. I've got the corner 1, 2. That means I'm going to chain 1, go into the next section, chain 1, skip 2, and that brings me to the center. And remember, when we're in the center, we've got 2 single crochets right next to each other for this particular square. So I'll work another single crochet right away, and then it's back to the way we were before. we'll chain one, and I can check and make sure that I put that 2 single crochets in the right spot because I'm working over the 2 single crochets here. Go into that next chain 2 space, pull through the loop, chain 1, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 1, remove the hook, find the next chain 2 space, pull that loop through, chain 1, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 1, find the next chain 2 space. We've almost made it to the corner, chain 1, and then here we are in the corner of this one, but we have not yet joined to the corner of this first one. So we'll go ahead, chain 1, put that hook right there in the corner space, pull the loop through, chain 1 again, and work back into that corner. Now, as you can see, we've joined all the way across the bottom of that first square. So at this point, what I would do is just continue to work down the side here. So that means I would, without worrying about joining to anything, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet 2, because I'm back at the middle of the square here. Always a good visual cue. And also, you can also just count. You want to have 3 chain 2 loops along the side before you do that middle 2 single crochets. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet, and then of course just work your way on around the square till you get to the other end, join and finish off. Let's move on though to square number 4, so I can show you what happens when you want to join to 2 different sides. For this one, I've already worked that first side there that would be off to the right. That's not going to join to anything on this round. Might be joined to next, but we're not going to join to it right now. So that's all done. I've come to the corner, so I'm going to chain 1 and remove my hook. Now this one, this square is going to go right here. So first I'm going to join to this edge, then I'm going to join to the green edge. So I want to start joining all the way back here at the right edge. So I'll turn the blanket that I'm working on, and you'll notice I'm leaving this laying down flat on the table. If I were making this full-size blanket, I'd want to have it on a table in front of me or in my lap or on a couch. You don't want to try and hold these while you're working up in the air because the weight of the blanket, maybe not for the first few squares, but eventually is going to pull it and it'll kind of tug on your stitches a little bit while you work. So, but back to joining. Let's get that hook in the corner chain 2 space there. Reinsert it in our working loop here, pull it through, chain 1, and back in that corner. And this side is just as before. Chain 1, go to the next space, chain 1, skip 2, comes together pretty quickly. Chain 1, go to the next one, chain 1, skip 2, single crochet, chain 1, join to the next one here. You can see, especially if this is how you're finishing off the squares, then you can join each one as you make them, or I like to work up to the white point and then do all the last row and joining together. It can come together pretty quickly. Now let's see here, we're at the 2 single crochets there at the middle of the square, so we'll work another single crochet, chain 1, come to the other side there, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 1, go into the next section, chain 1, almost to the corner here, single crochet, chain 1, go to the next one here, chain 1, and I think if we skip these last 2 stitches here in the red, yep, that lands us right back in that chain 2 corner space. So I'll go ahead and make my first single crochet in the red chain 2 corner space here. Now from here, because we're at this corner, I am going to join to the 2 corner spaces here, but I'm not going to join to the pink one. Just as when we were joining the green one, we skipped the blue one. When I'm joining the red one, I'll skip the pink one. So let's see, I will chain 1 to begin this corner joining here. Remove my hook, insert it in the chain 2 space on the corner here. This can be a little hard to find. Just kind of use your hook and poke it through. Figure out where the chain 2 there is. It's okay to kind of pull on your stitches a little bit. There we go. Reinsert the loop on the hook. Pull that one through. Chain 1. And this is where it gets a little different. Remove it. Put it in the green chain 2 space right there. Put the loop back on the hook. Pull it through. Chain 1 one more time. And then finally come back down to that chain 2 corner space for the red one. And single crochet in there. And then from there, once again, we chain 1. Let's go ahead and just turn your work to where you need it to be, so it's most comfortable for you. Find the next chain 2 space, pull through, chain 1, skip 2 on the red one, and continue working just as before. So the only real difference here is that when you come to the corner like that, you're going to do your chain 1, join to the first one, chain 1, do an extra join to this one, then chain 1 before you come back to the corner here. So you can see how the corner looks and how this join looks. Like I said, I think it gives a pretty neat effect. It's a little spiky if you do these in different colors. Let me show you in the Magic Rainbow Baby Blanket, we actually do these joins all in one color, in the gray here. Let me flatten it out a little bit so it's easier to see. This is the Magic Rainbow Baby Blanket. The free pattern for this is on mooglyblog.com. And as you can see by working the flat braid, or excuse me, the tight braid. Flat braid is a whole different join. So tight braid, this one's a little, well, they're similar, but if you know how to work the flat braid, you know how to work the tight join. It's just a little bit closer, a little less lacy. You're not chaining as much, but you can see it makes this really nice, slightly textural, but very close join. So that's all there is to the tight braid join found on mooglyblog.com. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.